Hello everyone, I'm Mike Manjos. We're here in Dubai in WatchBox Studios, and today we have a special guest. We have Director General of Dubai Watch Week, Hind Seddiqi. Hind, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you, Mike. It's a pleasure to be at the WatchBox Studios.
It has been such a pleasure for us to be, one, back in Dubai, 2 years, it's kind of our first big trip, and it's the first big show that the world has seen. How did you prepare for such a great event?
It was a challenging year, honestly, to prepare for the event, because when we started designing and preparing for the event, we still had very, very rigid COVID restrictions. That's why you'll see there's a bit of difference in the seating style in the Horology Forum, where we usually have like an auditorium style seating. So that is a design element that we chose to change because of the COVID restrictions. We also did not know if the brands can fly in, because every country had very different restrictions. But we were very optimistic because the Expo 2020, which moved from 2020 to 2020, was taking place. So we said, if Expo is taking place, then we should be fine. Because if a big event, a 6-month event is going to go live, then we can go live as well. So they went live a month before us. So that their presence really gave us, hope that everything is going to be okay. And we started planning accordingly. And we filled up the grand exhibition, in a record time. Everybody signed up very fast, and it also then gave us a sign, okay, there is hope, and people are hungry for events, and they want to come back, and they want to unite again. And that's why we changed the slogan for this year. Instead of united for a moment, it's reunited for a moment in time, because it really feels like a reunion, and we're happy to have everyone back.
It was so funny because I read that slogan yesterday walking through, and it really did touch me, because you really do feel reunited with the community here. And I think the thing that really makes Dubai Watch Week maybe my favorite event that I've ever attended in the watch world is there's so much community here. And how did you envision Dubai Watch Week to be different than just another show or event that we've done over the years?
It really came from our experience as retailers with traveling and going to Baselworld and going to the factories and meeting all of the brands. We had a different experience than anyone else, especially with the press. We always had access to the watchmakers, to the CEOs, to the factories, so we were seeing things. So everyone was asking us, why are you so passionate about this industry? And we're like, why can't you? You have to be passionate about this industry. If you know it, then you'll automatically fall in love with it. You don't have to become a collector, but at least you'll appreciate it. And that's how the concept came. So we can't take the entire world to Geneva, but we can bring a piece of Geneva and the piece of the experience that we have at the Seddiqi family to Dubai. And that's why we created the Horology Forum, because we had the privilege of sitting with, different CEOs, different watchmakers, listening to them, learning about their stories and their challenges. And we often, thought, his challenge is similar to the challenge of X person we met yesterday. Why aren't they talking to each other? And the Swiss industry was always, not connected for some reason. That's how the idea of the Horology Forum started. We said, we have to bring them all in one room, and they need to listen to each other and hear and their stories and their challenges, so that they can work together. And that's how the forum started. And then the master classes came, as an inspiration from the factory tours that we go to.
We've all done. We love.
Yes, so we said, we'll bring a piece of that. And the creative hub is where we left it to the brands to do whatever they want, because we knew that the collectors in the region were hungry for more information. So we kept it as an open canvas. You want to launch a watch, you want to do a focus group, you want to do whatever you want that is not managed by the Dubai Watch Week team. That's where you have that, plain canvas for you to paint. And that's how it all started. And when we started with independent brands in 2015. And the theme was Rebels of Time. And we only had 7 brands. Yes, and today we have 45 brands with us. So it's a big shift. And we're only, this is the 5th edition.
Yeah, no, it's incredible that it's only the 5th edition, and it's great you bring up independence, because I've never been in one place where there are so many independents here, and not only just here, but I feel like when we used to go to Basel, when we used to go to SIHH, all these other shows, there was not a great connection with the brand, because one, the crowds were there and you couldn't get up close. But I spent time today with some of the greatest watchmakers in the world, just wandering over, sitting down, chatting, seeing the newest, latest, greatest products. A lot of special things made just for Seddiqi and Dubai Watch Week, and I think it's an incredible experience. And I loved your point about bringing the community together. We watched the CEO of Rolex talking to the CEO of Chopard, talking to FP Journe,
Yes.
all sitting outside of our booth, and it's just an amazing environment that you've created here for the community to build together.
Look, and the fact that that's a non-commercial exhibition also plays a big role in loosening up everyone. No one is stressed. They don't come with a target. You know, they're not saying, okay, by the end of the 5th day, I want
this number.
Exactly. There's nothing like that. So they have room to talk about different things. People like Max, you know, Max is someone I really respect. He really has vision. He took, you know, advantage of being by Watch Week and surrounded by friends, you know, and peers, and the idea of the Moser and MENF collaboration was born in Dubai Watch Week, and. So there is potential for them to think outside the box when they come here, relaxed, not thinking about, you know, hitting commercial targets, and that's why they enjoy it, and that's why there's that spirit, because they're not focused on something very stressful like hitting targets, to be honest.
No, and the collaboration is a great point, because I feel like I'm seeing more and more collaborations. The Max Bulgari collaboration,
Yes.
Spectacular. I mean, absolutely beautiful, unexpected, wonderful. We see more and more collaborations, and I think this community has helped bring those people together and realize, yes, we might compete on some level, but we can also collaborate to do something spectacular together.
Collaboration is very important. It's a message that we keep, you know, informing people, the brands, please guys, collaborate with, you know, you're good with this and doing this, why don't you, you know, work with X person? Even if it doesn't, the idea does not come up, but we just plant a seed, and we never know when that happens.
Now, what is your vision going forward? Where do you see this evolving? Do you think there's another level that this will go to? Because you have some of the most spectacular brands in the world, not just the independents, but now some very important major brands have joined.
It's going to be a problem, to be honest, because
You're a victim of your own success.
Exactly, and we like the venue we're in, and we think it also adds to the charm of the event.
Right.
But we can't go any bigger, so we've used all the space that the venue offers. So I don't know. I'll have to deal with it in January. That's when all the bookings happen again. But we'll find a way. There's always a solution.
Well, I think the other thing that's interesting is I think everybody who follows this industry knows the GPHG Awards just happened a few weeks ago.
Yes.
And you received a very special jury award,
Yes.
Which had to be an incredible honor. Talk to me a little bit about that experience.
It was amazing. So I was planning to go because I wanted to attend the GPHG. I've never been, and I'd never attended the Only Watch auction. So there were these two things that I said, you know what, I want to go and attend these specifically this year. And a day before, that was the day that the jury met. My father calls me and says, prepare a speech. And I was like, what am I preparing a speech for? I'm like, don't throw me under the bus. I'm not coming, you know, to give speeches. And then he was like, no, prepare a speech. Dubai Watch Week is winning an award. I was like, what? He's like, yes, you're winning the special jury prize. And I was like, you know, overwhelmed with joy. But I was not allowed to say anything to anyone until they announced the award on stage. So my team were really, really happy, and it came at the right time because we were at the peak of, you know, the stress of organizing. And yes, right. So it was such an honor, to be honest. I was not expecting it, and the love and, you know, the applause that was in the room was just amazing, and we felt that people really appreciate what we're doing, and that keeps us going.
Well, I think you probably don't realize it from being inside of it, but this environment, the situation that you've created here, and the community and the friendliness and the family atmosphere you've created is just incredible. And honestly, I think the award was incredibly well deserved because you've created something here very special. And we are all, I mean, I can't believe it's only going to be for 4 or 5 days I get to hang out, because this is as much fun as we've had, certainly in years. And you know, we will definitely continue to attend, and you should be very proud of what you've done.
Thank you, and I'm proud of my team as well, because without them we can't pull something off.
No, it's an incredible undertaking.
And they're all very passionate, and they all, you know, work from their heart, and that's why you see it at every aspect of the event, whether it's from the hospitality, you know, the hotel they're staying in, the communication, the Instagram messages that we receive, and the way we answer it. There is a big team behind it who are passionate.
Well, we've said it on all of our shows. If you can ever have the opportunity to come, you have to come. Yes. It's the greatest event in the watch world, I believe, at this time. They're a wonderful family, and it's really up to you. We really appreciate you having us here.
So save the date, November 2023.
We're going to book it on the calendar. We're going to be back here November 2023.
Excellent.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, Mike. Thank you for having me. My pleasure, too.